Thank you for listening to the Old 77 podcast.
What kind of nickname did we say? Like before
we were going to call it the Intimidator.
Oh, the
man.
Intimidator. Yeah, we can roll with that.
We need to make something like Dave's grandpa about Dave's wife, like the Intimidator.
What the hell's up with this family?
I don't know, man. I got
man.
something for like
who would win in an arm wrestling competition? Would it be like
Actually,
Stallone,
the Intimidator, or would it be the Dick Slayer?
Probably Dick Slayer.
He
gotta be honest. But hey, me and
she'd
Jen,
have to give up for it. Like, oh, you win,
Right.
I actually arm wrestled the Intimidator the other night.
dude.
She put up a good fight.
Was it intimidating?
I won. I just want to be clear about that.
Dude.
Dave.
Dude.
I just want to be clear about that.
Dude.
That I won.
Dude, did she let you?
Yeah, she did.
Who are you?
Hey, bitches, this is the Old 77 Podcast.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
Good times.
Warning, foul language may occur due to the subject matter.
Whoa, as advertised. What's so fun about this? Oh.
Become a subscriber at patreon.com/theold77podcast. Subscribers get bonus content and early access to episodes. Find out more at patreon.com/theold77podcast. Thanks for listening.
I think we're ready.
From the Old 77 Studios in Jefferson City, Missouri, this is the Old 77.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world. What it do, fellas?
Gentlemen, welcome back.
Good to be back with y'all, fine fellas.
We have a guest today.
We do. It is my friend, my longtime friend, former roommate, my buddy Quinn Roland. Q, welcome to the show, brother.
What's up, man?
Cheers, thank you guys. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah, man, we're
Indeed.
glad to have you. We were talking off
Cheers.
the air. Quinn is a musician, a guitar player, so I already know that I like him. So that's easy. We got that out of the way early.
And he's drinking Jameson straight out the bottle.
And he's drinking Jameson, so he fits right in.
That's
man.
my boy.
Yeah. Less than 1 minute in, and he's on the team.
Well, you know what? First of all, happy birthday, Quinn. Tomorrow
Yeah, man,
is your
happy
birthday,
brother.
Yeah,
Cheers.
man.
So, boys,
Boys.
salute.
Salute.
Yeah, come on, give me some of that.
Cheers.
Over here.
Let's try not to do it over the board. Though.
I know
Tip my
Scott's
one-
freaking out about the
Yeah.
electronic
Nice.
equipment right now.
Tip my rum and coke for my homie. There you go.
Quinn, do you care to share what birthday this is for you, or would you rather keep that confidential?
49.
49. Okay, so you
49.
got 1 year left in the 40s, huh?
Congrats, brother.
Congrats.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going strong. You gotta embrace it, man. It's an inevitability, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure, man, I figure every gray hair that I have, I've earned that shit. I'm not trying to color my hair and resist Mother Nature, man. You just got to embrace it, right?
That's it. Yeah. I mean, I do get my back waxed. Did I say that live? Yeah, but that's about it. That's about it, you know?
That's something that I really have to think about as well, because I'm like a grizzly bear when it comes to the
Oh,
back.
right.
Yeah.
And my wife's like,
Yeah.
we're going on vacation in 3 weeks, so Sarah's
Own
definitely.
it.
Sarah's like, I have to shave your back.
No, man, own it.
And I was like, I guess. Yeah.
Roll out there looking like Magilla Gorilla.
But I wear swim shirts anyway. I don't
Yeah.
like getting burnt on my back. I've done it in Florida and it's not fun.
Yeah, it hurts.
You shave that, you're gonna shave all your shade, man. It's gonna just fry your back.
It's funny because I shave my chest and my chest is totally smooth.
Smooth?
And my back is it's like Harambe's back. You know what I mean?
It's like a back.
He's back. He's not dead.
It's like a back version of the mullet, right? That's
Yeah.
what it's like back
Yeah,
there.
I guess
He's
so.
business
I mean,
on the front.
I'm not I'm not like a coat back there, but
Yeah.
I got some hair back there.
Yeah. Well, you should own it, man.
I am.
Yeah.
Have you ever had it waxed?
No, and
I've had it waxed.
is it hurt, Quinn?
I've had it waxed. It smells like someone smacking you in the back, but now they have this wonderful invention I bought. It's called a back shaver, and it's basically this arm that folds and teeth these the old razor teeth that they had back in the day, and you can like a back scratcher, shave your back.
Oh, I saw an infomercial about that thing.
Dude, that's bitching.
Does it
Yes,
work?
it is. Like a champ, man. Yeah.
Does it make you bleed?
Yeah, but I mean, it's like when you shave on your face, you bleed a little bit, forget about
Right.
it. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Well, I hope there's
It
not
does.
a mole back there where I'm kind of scraping back there and there's just blood everywhere.
That's what I'm always afraid of when I scratch my wife's back, because she has moles, and so I'm always afraid I'm going to rip one of those moles out off of her back, man. I'm always terrified of doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
So Quinn, what's the music scene like around Santa Barbara? Because you guys have like the perfect weather out there.
We should mention that Quinn is living in Santa Barbara, California.
Right.
That's right.
That would help for a backstory there.
It's all good.
What's he drinking now? I've seen 2 different bottles, man.
Oh, it's a peanut butter whiskey.
Ooh, yeah.
Screwball.
And this.
And the Jameson.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
We love that.
Man.
yeah. With the water chaser, because I'm cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
There you go.
So music scene over here, it's highly organic. It's the only way I can describe it. What it is they like their acoustic stuff because it's California, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But they love, more than anything else, they love reggae. They love their reggae.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I mean, when I got out here, I came out here in 2004, and I will say this: it was hard to connect with people because I love it here, but people are extremely flaky. Like, hey, let's get together and jam sometime. They're, yeah, that sounds great, and they forget, or they just don't come through. So it took me a little bit to kind of find people to jam with, but like I said, they like organic. They're all about the organic food and the nature, and they like acoustic and of course they like hip hop. It depends on what you're acclimated to. That's bottom line,
Yeah.
Right.
I always see you jamming out on the IG, your IG, with like different people at someone's house with a fire going. They have like the illumination over it. They have the lights over their patio, or you're like, or you're out at this like festival or something, and it's big and it's like it looks like a bunch of goddamn hippies.
It is. It really is, man. And but
the vibe out there is real chill, though, right?
Absolutely. I mean, me and Matthew were talking about this before we got on the radio here or on the air. People here are very laid back, because for the record, Matt and I are from Philadelphia, and as much as we love our hometown roots, Philly is it's very fast paced, and it's nowhere near as chill as we'll say, Vermont or Santa Barbara. When I moved here, it felt like, I finally found home because I am not fast paced at all. So
yeah, I feel like if I went out there, I would not want to come back home.
California?
Yeah, and that's how I felt about Colorado too. Like I didn't want to go back home. It was so beautiful out there. Very liberal in their cannabis policies, which I really enjoyed.
That's what I love about Dave, man. He doesn't mince words.
No, man,
I love the reefer out there in Colorado.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I feel like I was truly a free man out there, and I'm sure I would feel the same way in California, being that I'm a musician and there's so much great music that comes from California. Yeah, man, you guys just
a lot of bad music comes from California too, though.
Well, just a lot of music comes from California. What is it, like the 8th or 9th largest economy in the world?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
It's almost like a country unto itself, almost.
Did that Aqua song Barbie Girl come from California? I don't know. Just trying to justify that last statement.
I don't know.
I don't know what that one. Or I'm blue.
Oh my God.
So speaking of music, Quinn, you are a guitarist, right?
Correct, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Are you just guitar? Do you have any other instruments that you like to pluck around on?
Nah, just guitars and vocals. That's cool. That's it for me.
Cool. How long have you been playing for?
And mandolin. Yeah, I play mandolin too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the mandolin.
So how long have you been playing guitar for?
Since God, man, we're going on 35 years now.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm going on 25 myself. Which
doesn't even seem like that, does it?
Yeah, which is crazy for me because I feel like I, just started a few years ago, but it's been damn near 25 years, man. So are you a rhythm guy? Are you a lead guy? A little bit of both?
Whatever I'm needed for, some people say, well, I'm only a lead guitar player, or I only play rhythm. Whatever I'm needed for, I don't. You know what I mean? keeping it just neutral like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, I'll play the bongos if the music sounds good. I don't even care what instrument I play, as long as the music's good.
With
I'm
this
cool
wang,
with it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, with my dong, my dong. Let me tell you, you get an interesting acoustics from hitting a bongo with your dong. Bongo.
It's a dongo.
With a dongo, I was gonna say, hitting your bongo with your dongo.
Hit the
dongo, you know.
Yeah.
Hit the bass drum with your dong.
Yeah.
So, are you in any bands right now?
I just play with a couple friends here and there.
Cool.
My ex-girlfriend and I, we're still together jamming. We're just not involved, but she is wonderful. Because of her, I've played so many. My specialty, if I may, is we play a lot of the old folks' homes. We play retirement communities.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, I love it. And because they have such an appreciation, and we play a lot of the old 40s and 50s, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, like,
songs that they remember.
Yeah, you know,
run around soon.
I was gonna say, name some of them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, putting on the Ritz. I'm gonna sit right down, write myself a letter.
That's cool. Man.
Yeah, and you know, and I'll do like if my friends say, "Hey, let's go to an open mic." I like to play those things, but I like to play originals.
Cool.
If I'm playing open mics.
Well, going back to the playing in the nursing home thing, we may have had this conversation on the air before, but one of the things that is super fascinating to me about music, especially if you're talking about older folks, people that are suffering from Alzheimer's, can't remember what they had for breakfast. But if you play them an old song from their childhood, they will literally remember every lyric.
They'll snap right back to it.
Yeah, which is just incredible to me. That just goes to show that music is tapping into a part of your brain that most other things don't tap into. Which is incredible.
That's the most rewarding. That's the most rewarding aspect of it.
Absolutely, that's cool as hell. I didn't know you were doing that.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever get some of those old people standing up, ones with glaucoma? They're probably fucking stoned as shit, probably.
And they get up and they move.
Right.
God.
Those people aren't that
throwing
old
their depends.
Hey man, could you play me some Stairway to Heaven?
You're right, yeah. Well, it's wonderful
fuck
to see people who like they'll be in their walkers and then they'll just like kind of start getting up a little bit and moving and grooving a little bit to it.
Damn.
We played for Alzheimer's. We played for Alzheimer's home.
Wow.
And they love songs like "Somewhere Over the Rainbow." They'll start singing along.
That's cool.
Or they'll sway. It's incredible. Or the one time, let me tell you, I got great story to share with you. So one time we're about to go in, and you know, Alzheimer's people, they can tend to be violent, like they have a volatility to them. You know?
Yeah.
And the one time, the one guy was like charging for me, and he was like about to like rumble. I think he was a pugilist at one point. So anyway, he said something I can't even remember, but I said, "Well, no, we're here to play some music. You wanted to sing a song, right?" And when I said that, he starts, "Oh, well," I said, "Yeah, let's go sing a song together." And within 15 minutes, this guy was swaying and acting like he was conducting music.
Wow.
And it totally changed his mood. And I said, you know, that to me was all the more worth it, you know? And I don't get paid for these gigs. These are not paid gigs. These are just because I love to do them.
Yeah. I've done similar, like I've done like music education assemblies at some of the local schools, and you know, kids and really old people are not that much alike, man.
No,
kids and really old people both get really, really excited to watch live music. It's incredible, man. It's incredible. Just the impact that it has on people. I mean, just for me personally, if I'm in a bad mood, there's nothing that flips my mood around faster than hearing a song that I really like, you know.
It's definitely like the universal language.
Yeah.
You know, there's always it definitely lifts your spirits.
For sure. And you know,
I need all help I can get.
if you're in the mood to break shit, there's music for that too.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
All kinds of
this one goes out to Fractola.
So do you ever do that one? Do you ever like roll up into the nursing home and play like a whole 40-minute set of just heavy metal?
Frank.
Right. God forbid. We gotta get
Tolafest.
You know what's funny? Matt and I, when we lived in Philly together, we used to act like we were in a heavy metal a cappella band. And we would do Thomas and everything. And to this day, we still do it on Instagram.
We do.
Like, I'll show a picture, and everything is like This one is for the next people who love us.
So
It's just dumbest shit.
it'd be so like when we were roommates, he'd be in the shower and like I'd be like, "Hey man, you're gonna be out there soon," and then like I just like start like rumbling on the door like I'm playing the drums and I'd be like, "Quinn, let's go, this one." Like,
and all the drum beats, every drum beat was.
yeah.
It's the same one.
But this started out as like a kind of an inside joke because of our friend Frank Tola.
Oh, I've heard Tola Fest.
He's so
I've
Quinn,
heard Tola Fest.
Scott has heard the Tola Fest
my
promos.
God.
Oh yes.
They are fantastic, man.
So Tola, like, so back when we were growing
He
up,
started it all.
Tola was like always in like these hardcore bands and all that, and he was with this band, he was with this band, and Quinn and I would always like bust his balls about it. So like,
and we came up with some of the dumbest names for them too, like the Pus Flowers.
It was like man.
What are the other names? Gay Man Walking, whatever. It's like,
it was like men without fathers.
Yeah. The Unlaid,
The Unlaid.
The Unlaid, I love it.
But God bless Tola.
I love him.
He's such a good sport about it.
He is a
which
good sport.
made it all the better. He's a great sport. I love that.
Because he would just be like, "Yeah, you know me."
Dude,
Yeah,
I used to carry around a
too.
notebook with like cool band names in it.
Yeah, that's
you
cool.
know,
Yeah.
just funny
Nice.
shit like that. Fatherless men, just shit like that. You hear some like random phrase on the news, and you're like, you know what? That'd be a great band name.
I was always partial to Cobain's Dealer myself.
Cobain's Dealer.
Oh, yeah.
I think one was like Satan's Orgy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the most offensive shit possible.
Kids without parents.
I love it.
Yeah, right.
Orphans.
The denial pedophiles, whatever, shit.
There you go.
They're playing the main stage at Tola Fest this year, man. I totally believe it.
I haven't made a promo in a few years, but every year for like 8 straight, I would make a promo, and I'd put it out to all of our friends. Would be like, there was one year they're like, "Why didn't you make a promo?" I've been busy, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Come to expect that shit after a while.
Right.
But I did the promo like it was an Ozfest promo.
Yeah.
Like it'd have like all this like fucking speed metal and shit. Yeah.
And they're brilliant.
Coming this year.
Yeah. And it would be like a legit one. I'd be like, go to Ticketmaster.com. Tola Fest.
Give him the phone number.
Oh, I think.
Give them Tola's phone number.
Yeah, I had sponsorships in it. It was like Heineken. They're all about the butt.
All about the butt. Yeah.
God. So bad. But he's such a great sport about it, and that's what made him all the better.
Starring Redneck Doug.
So did you guys meet?
Yeah, right.
Did you guys meet in radio, or how did you guys?
No, this is way before my
way
radio
before,
year.
because this is from way back in the early Philly days.
I was
right?
bartending downtown and stuff, and this is when I was still in school and all this. Quinn knew me way before any of my radio career.
Mm-hmm.
He knew
We're
me
going
as
like
a
20.
young lad.
We're going like 20 years. We're going like 20 years now.
I met you when I was 20 years old. I wasn't even 21 yet.
He was tending bar, wasn't even 21 yet.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I think
Philly.
I was waiting tables at the time.
Well,
but
it's Philly.
it was Philly.
Yeah.
It is. The city's so
Well,
big.
you know what it is? You can serve alcohol when you're 18 in Philly, so that's the law.
Really?
I mean, you can get your fake ID. Well, we used to get fake IDs.
Yeah.
Dude,
We used to make them.
Yeah.
I had a scanner.
So
Laminate it.
Oh, yeah.
this dude that I went to high school with, his mom worked in the DMV, so she actually had like the actual cards that driver's licenses were on. So
Really?
we had to hook up for fake
Oh,
IDs.
my God. You had legit shit.
Yeah, we had the
Yeah.
real shit, man. Absolutely.
Early 90s, like, they still made the IDs laminated so
Yes.
you could peel them apart.
Yeah.
And if you had a lamination machine, you could run them back through and relaminate it.
Yeah.
So I could print anything out, throw it up in there, and relaminate it. It'd look good.
Yeah, my friends and I, we went to this Asian place in Harrogate Plaza. You guys obviously don't know where it's at,
Right.
but it's like right outside of Kensington. And so I was super creative, and my name on my ID was Robert Krieger,
Oh, you told us this.
the guitarist from the Doors.
Yeah.
Go, Robbie, go.
Dude, I got into
Get us some beer.
Quinn. I got into Baja Beach Club with that with that ID.
With your Robbie Krieger ID.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like
Baja Beach Club on Delaware Avenue.
Did you ever flash
yeah,
that idea? Did you ever flash that ID at somebody and they're like, "Bro, you're not the guitarist from the Doors."
So when were you born?
No, I got some looks though because they're like, "You're not 21." Because when I was young, when I was 21, I looked like I was fucking 17.
Yeah, I was the same way, man.
So I mean,
I still get carded all the time.
the bouncers were being super generous that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super generous
I
bouncers.
think at a certain point they just don't care. You know what I mean? Because they're just getting their money, and that's all they give a shit about.
Absolutely, cash is king, man.
Well, and I think sometimes they tell them, just pack the house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the nightlife out there like, Quinn, and Santa Barbara?
It's we have a lot to offer. As far as like, we do have a rock club downtown. The pandemic kind of shut everything down, but things are starting to come around again. And I played at this one place a few times. It's called Whiskey Richards. But they host all types of different music. And then they have
Whiskey Dicks.
They do have a whiskey. Yeah, Whiskey Dicks, we call it. And then they have it's like I said, it's very diverse, and they have beautiful nightclubs here. Some are a little more higher class than others. We have ones called the Wildcat, but if you're a local, you call it the Shitty Kitty. Because it's like the proper reign of all nightclubs, It's
Is it in the Herpes Triangle?
It is in the Herpes Triangle. I avoid that place like the clap.
You get sucked into that thing and you never come out.
You never come out the same, man.
It's the gift that keeps giving.
Yes. What else is there? Yeah, it's a pretty extensive. And now that the pandemic was happening, they changed the main downtown street into a promenade. You know what I mean? Where you just walk
that's
the
cool.
street.
Yeah.
And it is, and so it's and they have all different clubs, whatever suits you. You know what I mean? I think more people gravitate towards the reggae stuff for dancing.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
That's cool though. That kind of vibe is pretty consistent throughout that whole town.
That was like
Absolutely.
80% of the music that I played with Bobby Showers. We did so much. We did so much
A lot
reggae.
of reggae.
We did a lot of reggae.
Yeah.
But reggae always brings that. I mean, it's summertime.
This is the perfect season.
It's the
for reggae.
vibe.
Yeah,
man.
it's perfect
It's
for.
the vibe.
I mean,
It's island vibes.
Yeah, people that are out, say on the Lake of the Ozarks,
Yeah.
hanging out in the water. Reggae's perfect.
But
for
like, if
that.
you live in Santa Barbara, I mean, that's year round.
Perfect.
Right?
You know what I mean?
One of my
Right.
favorite bands to come out of California is, of course, Sublime. Very, very highly inspired by reggae.
Yeah, they would have to be like the best band from that
era. Or?
from that era, and also from that area.
Well, do you know two bands that are actually from Santa Barbara are Social Distortion? You ever hear of them?
Yeah, of course.
And Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Oh, I love the Wet Sprocket
My buddy,
from back in the day.
my buddy
me
Matt.
too.
So when my buddy Matt Stone was in that market, he was a PD for a station there in Santa Barbara. He actually got to know Quinn a little bit, and so he used to hang out with the dude from Toad the Wet Sprocket.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now
man.
I have another friend that used to do radio back in the day. Well, we work with him, and he was saying that Toad the Wet Sprocket always would come up behind like whomever, like, backstage, and they would always try to find the radio people, and they'd be like, "Hey, who's up next?" Knowing that they were up next, just to see if they would know him.
Okay.
And this particular guy was like, I don't know, some band, I ain't fucking heard of them, whatever. And they're like, oh, okay. Come to find out, it was them he was introducing.
That's cool.
You got to do what you got to do.
That's a slick marketing routine.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool on the band.
Honestly,
right there.
though, if Toad the Wet Sprocket, like, I'd go see them play still.
I would too, man.
I think they were just here in St. Louis area not too long ago.
Were they?
I've got their Spotify pulled up right now. All I Want. That's a good jam.
That's a good jam.
Yeah. Walk on the Ocean.
Walk
Yeah.
on
Walk
the
on the ocean.
Yeah.
man.
What else? They're playing at the Libero. They're playing in Santa Barbara soon enough. So yeah, they still tour.
They
In fact,
probably-
Emily, my ex-girlfriend Emily actually used to date the one guy. I forget
Really?
the guy with the beard and he's the heavier guy with the beard.
Yeah.
She used to date him.
Really?
Nice.
So 6 degrees of Toad the Wet
So
Sprocket.
you guys are like Eskimo brothers.
But only in St. Yeah.
Right. Good pay, man. God, I hope she's not listening to this.
All due respect. Eskimo brothers.
God.
As long as you put the all due respect in front,
You can say whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, you're
you know
cool,
what I mean?
bro.
You're good, man.
Yeah,
All
right,
good.
right.
It's like, I love you, bro. But,
Yeah. However,
yeah. However is even worse than but.
Quinn, did you hear about the news came out today about how California is recalling the vote against the governor Gavin Newsom?
Gavin Newsom?
Yeah, that dude's fucked. He's out of a job. He's going to be out of a job soon. I don't know if you heard about it.
I'm not. I tell you the truth. The whole political system is so topsy turvy, especially at the end of what happened just now. There's they're putting a lot of, they're giving him a lot of shit because of how he handled the pandemic, but there's no right and no wrong. And
Right.
I'm not political. There's just no right or wrong way of it.
Yeah, but I think California was a lot harder. California was a lot harder than I think most states, and I felt like a lot of people were like stripped away of their freedom for a long time. I mean, you can only go so long, and then people are going to snap.
Now,
but there are also some things where he did there was certain money that was supposed to go to something, and he used that money for something else.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not cool.
It's not even about COVID. It's about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Misappropriation.
Yeah. Yes, correct, Scott.
So for those that don't know, because I have to admit I don't know exactly. So what exactly does that mean when you recall your governor? What exactly does that mean?
You have to
Quinn?
have so many votes, right?
Yeah. So 1.5 million people signed this petition.
Yeah.
So recall just means, hey, we don't want him in office anymore.
Right.
No, we may have made a bad choice.
We made a bad choice.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically,
let's throw it up and see if you still like him.
But you need a certain amount of names on the petition, and obviously, fucking 1.5 million.
Well, I mean,
Jesus,
1.5 million is nothing in California, though.
Yeah, what is it, like 40 million people that live in California?
That's a shit.
But it's enough to get a recall against them.
Yeah, it's all about the percentage of the population.
But I mean, he's one of those guys who was telling people to wear a mask and stay inside, but he was having dinner outside with a bunch of others in close proximity. Right. So if you're going to try to tell people what to do and try to, micromanage their lives, and then you're doing something totally different.
Yeah, it sends a bad message.
Fucked up, man.
No, it sends a bad message.
Right.
Absolutely.
You can't be a hypocrite in that situation, especially a person in leadership position.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah. Look what happened to Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz?
Ted Cruz. Yeah, he was going down to, vacation with his family. He was traveling.
Cancun.
When he went down to Cancun
cruise.
during the middle of the power outage.
But they're all like that.
Right.
Both parties.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. What do you guys think? You want to take a quick break?
Let's take a break on the side.
Before we do that, thank our friends at the Jeff City Paranormal Society.
Yeah.
Because they are our Patreon sponsors.
That's right.
That's right.
Thank you, guys.
Also,
you can get your name here
if
you jump onto patreon.com/the-old77 podcast. For $5 a month, you can get your name here, just like the Jeff City Paranormal Society.
That's right.
Please, Maddie, continue.
Also, big shout-outs to Last Flight Brewing Company right here in Jefferson City.
Yeah. They just number one.
Number one in Missouri.
With a bullet.
They just won the number one in the Missouri
beer
Brewery
festival,
Beer Festival somewhere.
Don't forget, I'm going to be playing out there on my
guys.
birthday. I'll be out there playing on July 21st.
With Bobby Showers. Dave will have his shirt off.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Right. He'll be playing with his nipples.
Yeah.
And he'll have a semi-boner, or it'll just be a sock in his pants.
That's right.
It'll be kind of in between.
Backstage passes.
Also, heads up, shout-outs to the 60 store, West
60
Main
Spirit,
Pizza.
West Main Pizza, and Hickman's Automotive.
That's my boy Bryce Hickman.
That's right.
Go check him out if you need car help. Or automotive repairs.
That's right.
So we'll be right back with my boy Q.
I got to get another one, man. I'm drinking the Space Force Pale Ale from Last Flight.
Yeah.
Yummy. Oh, so good.
Space Force. We'll be right back on the old 77. Bitches.
In the Groove, Vinyl Records and More has the widest variety of new and used music.
carrying new and reissued vinyl, used CDs and cassette tapes. In business for over 20 years, offering the best variety and service we possibly can. In the year 2000, we started out as a little hole in the wall, and now In the Groove is a full-service record shop with thousands of records to choose from. Buying rock, jazz, R&B, soul, and blues records, 33s, 45s, and 78s. We also buy CDs and cassette tapes. We've been buying and selling since 2000. In the Groove is a one-stop shop for records, stereo equipment, CDs, and other fun oddities. 708 Jefferson Street, Jefferson City, Missouri. Give us a thumbs up and follow us on Facebook. In the Groove, vinyl, records, and more. What kind of book you got over there, Dave?
I have a John Muir notebook.
John Muir?
John Muir.
Nice.
And I
Cool.
have like...
Isn't that a dude that...
What kind of books you read?
Oh, man, that's a great question.
That is a good question.
I'm into aliens, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
So that's all you read is alien
No,
books?
I read lots of stuff.
What are you reading right now?
I am an avid reader of nonfiction. So like I read, like right now I've got a book in my book bag called This Is Your Mind on Music. And it's all about how like music affects your brain and it's just everything related to that. And then I've got another book that I'm getting ready to read called The Jazz of Physics. And it somehow connects jazz music with physics. So, and yeah, I'm into like UFOs and aliens and stuff like that. I'm a very avid nonfiction reader. What about you?
I love true crime. That's primarily what I read.
True crime is great too, man. It's been a long time since I've read a true crime book, but that's a great genre. I certainly love true crime documentaries and podcasts.
Yeah.
True crime's
Forensic
big,
stuff.
big subject on podcasts.
So do you have a favorite?
I was going to say, what's your favorite one?
All-time favorite true crime book I ever read was called Son of a Grifter. And it's about Shante Kimes, who her son actually went to UCSB. She had two sons. And I don't know, you know what grifter is?
I don't.
Yeah, I do.
Enlighten me.
So a grifter is someone that would like just stroll into town.
Oh, what a grifter is.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Yeah, okay. I'm good. I got you.
Okay, because I said that before. I've heard like a gifter, so I just wanted. So anyway, basically, Shante Kimes was you name it, she did it. I mean, we're talking insurance scams, credit card fraud, auto theft, until eventually she graduated to murder. And she killed a socialite in New York City in '98, I think it was, named Irene Silverman. She convinced her one son, her youngest son, to kill her, and they still to this day don't know where the body is. And he convinced her son that, oh, no one will care, because she's old, no one's going to notice. Well, when she didn't show up for lunch this day, all her friends were like, where's Irene?
Right.
And this is how brazen. Can I give you a quick story of how brazen this woman was?
Absolutely.
She, everything that her and her first son owned was stolen. I mean, everything. It was either borrowed bank credit or whatever.
No, he's fine.
One day, she tells her son one day, we're going to go out and buy a car. We're going to go get a car. So she gets, so she tells her son, another train, sorry.
Oh, that was a train. I thought that was
a train.
I thought that was coming out of the computer. Wow.
No, that's the train.
Wicked. That's fucking wicked.
It was wicked. Okay, sorry. The train interrupted your story. Keep going, Quinn.
So what happened was that she tells her son, we're going to go get a car. So they go to the car lot, and she gets in the car with her son and the car lot dealer, and she's talking a big game like, oh, I was hanging out with the Sonny Sharbono last night, and you know who really liked this car? So she's naming all these big names like Sly Stallone and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So next thing you know, she says, the guy say, look, it's been like an hour. Let's get back to the dealership, right? Because she's just driving around talking shit. Finally, she goes back to the dealership and she says to the guy, I really like this car. Go inside, get the paperwork, and I'll fill out this check. So the guy's like, okay. The stupid ass gets out of the car and she takes off.
Oh.
That's a brazen she was.
That's crazy. That's a bold move.
Yeah, the book is like, you know what it is? It's appalling because she's, it's funny, but at the same time you hate her, but you can't help but read more because she's so
fucking crazy.
conscious, like she has no conscience to it, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so me and Scott have been trying to convince Maddie to watch The Jinx on HBO. Have you seen The Jinx? Quinn?
I haven't.
So, dude.
No, I haven't.
Do you have HBO? Do you do HBO Max?
I don't have HBO. I'm sorry. I only have Netflix.
Dude,
sorry.
Man,
you can get your hands on it.
If you ever get the opportunity, you really need to watch The Jinx. Do you know about The Jinx? It's about Robert Durst. Do you know who Robert Durst is?
Yeah, he murdered that woman years ago, and I think I read that book, and they can't tie him to the murder for some reason, but it's obvious that he did it. But they can't physically tie the murder.
Yeah, they did now because they did an HBO documentary where they had him all mic'd up with a lapel mic. They're talking to him. Right. They throw out this whole scenario, right? And he just looks all shook, and he gets up, and he goes to the bathroom, and he's like looking at himself in the mirror, all mic'd up still, and didn't realize it. And he's like, "They got you," and just confesses it all.
Yeah, you need to watch that, man. If you ever get the chance, watch that.
It's on my watch list.
It's good.
So, welcome back to the old welcome back to the old 77.
Kind of a safe place.
In a kind of unsafe world.
World.
Yeah, a little bit.
Back with our boy Q.
What's up, man?
Santa Barbara in the house.
Cheers.
Welcome back,
Cheers.
Q. Segment 2.
Thank you.
We were just talking about some of our favorite books, which led into the conversation you just heard.
Yeah, The Jinx.
It was all so much good stuff. I'm glad Maddie just started coming with it. Yeah.
Hit the button, bro.
What the hell?
Hit it.
Exactly.
I don't want to be that dickhead who's just like, hold on, guys, wait a second.
Yeah.
We got a fucking show to do.
Right. Just
shut the fuck up. No, just bring that music in nice and soft.
Yeah, we can fade it in.
Yeah, man.
We got it.
You guys don't listen anymore.
Okay, so we were talking about like what our favorite books are and genres, and we were talking about true crime. Mm-hmm. So you guys know like one of my favorite questions to ask any like first-time guest. Quinn, how do you feel about UFOs, aliens? How do you feel about all that? Do you think that it's real? Do you think UFOs are, from another world? What do you think about all that?
It's hard to gauge for myself personally because I've never seen them.
Yeah.
But you hear so many stories about them. So when you hear people talk about them, like what's his name from Blink-182, he's
Tom DeLonge.
Insane.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's insane about it.
He was ahead of his time.
Did you ever see the podcast with him and Joe Rogan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he embarrassed himself on that episode, dude. He embarrassed himself on that episode.
Would you say? Let me ask you. Would you say he embarrassed himself or Joe Rogan embarrassed him?
Well, I guess it was a combination of both because Joe kept calling him out, like, because he would always like all of his statements were like, yeah, man, I got some crazy shit, but I can't talk about it. Like he kept saying that, and Joe like just kind of just like kept calling him out on it because at the end of the, it's like a 3-hour long podcast, and at the end of the day, he didn't really give any new information, and Joe is one of those people.
He wants info, yeah.
Well, or even if he doesn't want info, he's one of those people that in a very nice way will call you out on your bullshit. Mm-hmm. And so that's how I feel. I have mixed feelings on Tom DeLonge because on one hand he's bringing out a lot of new shit.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like, I don't know. I feel like he's not the best spokesperson for the topic.
But he's not a spokesman though.
He's not. He's a rock star.
I haven't seen him since then.
Yeah.
He's the money.
He's a fucking rock star.
Yeah, he's the bank.
And here's the thing though. I mean, like, maybe there are people that told Tom DeLonge, if you tell anything, if you spill any of these like high classified pictures or information to the public, we're going to come after you. We're going to ruin your fucking life just like they did with Bob Lazar. They're going to obviously they can't do it that publicly because
they're going to Bob Lazar, Tom DeLonge.
But he's so well known, but they could probably ruin his life somehow.
They're going to Mandela effect what's your age again. I know it.
Nobody will have ever heard it.
Bastard.
With my age again.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah.
Did we lose Q?
Oh no, wait.
He's still no. Oh, Here I am.
You were like staying. You stopped breathing.
Super, yeah.
Yeah, you stopped breathing.
Whoa, okay.
There it is.
Fucking Zuckerberg.
We got
the
it.
worst part about the worst part about that, we're talking about aliens and what we're not supposed to talk about, and that happens.
Yeah,
right.
Every time, brother. Every time.
Oh, that's crazy.
So do you feel like there's definitely aliens out there?
It's a good possibility. You know what I mean? I don't totally dismiss it because where are all these sightings come from? And,
right.
There's a lot of these things going on that they that's the crop field stuff is completely bogus because that was actually 2 guys in a field. But there's I'm like feeling like Joe Rogan about it, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like I take it with a grain of salt. If it's good, if it's out there, absolutely then.
But you're open to it, but you're not convinced one way or the other.
Correct, sir. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good place to be.
I think a lot of the footage that we've recently seen, like the USS, was it the
Omaha.
all the Navy stuff,
all the Navy witnesses, and having that thing just go into the water.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's out in the Pacific. Like there are tons of sightings from like Japanese fishing ships that have seen like UFOs, man. They don't know exactly what it is, but they've seen things submerge in the Pacific.
Well, and that's the interesting thing to me is I had always heard stories about these craft that not only could, hit 80,000 feet in less than a second, but they also would submerge themselves underwater.
Yeah.
Right.
I had heard so many stories about that, but then, 3 or 4 weeks ago, we actually got a video
we got
of
to
it.
see one, yeah.
Which was, very, I guess, vindicating for somebody like me.
Here's the difference between now and like maybe 25 years ago. We didn't have all of these gadgets accessible to us, dude.
Sure.
We didn't have fucking iPhones and stuff that were in like HD video, and Navy ships weren't looking out for that stuff. They didn't have cameras hooked up to infrared, whatever. Like, I mean, they did have infrared, but it's so clear and crisp now.
But they still saw it, though.
Well, they still saw it. But
they probably did see it. They just weren't allowed to talk about it.
Well, they weren't. It's not that they weren't allowed to talk about it. It's that they knew that if they did talk about it, they would get laughed at.
Right.
Because they did.
That's true.
But now they're not getting laughed at.
It's a little
anymore.
more welcoming.
Yeah. Now they're not getting laughed at anymore.
It's really interesting though. Did it ever occur to you that like now that everyone has cell phones with cameras on it, there's not as many sightings from people saying, like, I was walking my dog and I saw lights. It's like that hardly ever even happens anymore.
But there have been a lot more sightings in the cell phone era for sure.
Right.
Yeah, and
really?
I think that's a big reason. I think that's a big reason why the U.S. government has. I feel like they've kind of been forced to show their hand a little bit. Yeah, because people are getting
that, and I feel like people are more accepting of it now.
Yeah.
We're more receptive. We're a generation that grew up watching E.T.
But then, and whenever the time comes where, like, if we ever do see one, like, and some little green or gray person, like, comes off the ship, people are going to freak their shit.
Or he's going to go down on 105th and Martin Luther somewhere and find, just some whatever, like this flock. Like, people will flock to him. I'm just throwing out a street name. If it's anything bad, sorry, but I'm just throwing out a name because that's a street name that I used to fill vending machines on in St. Louis, to be honest. Yeah. But so you'd go down there, and you just get this mass of people. Yeah. You get an alien or something, people are going to follow him. That's going to be a new religion.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Jesus will be in competition.
Right.
Now.
Yeah, and you have a UFO go down to K&A and he picks up all the fucking heroin addicts and crackheads,
and then cleanses them.
You are not a crackhead anymore.
What's really interesting? You've heard of
I knew that.
You've heard of the. Well, you've heard of the Bermuda Triangle, right?
Yes,
right.
Yep,
sure.
Yep.
Now, what is the Bermuda Triangle? Now, anytime you hear about planes flying over it or ships sailing over it, they all say the same thing. Everything's going haywire. All our circuitry's going nuts. What's always been my belief that, or what friend of mine actually, he said this to me. He says, what he thinks that is that it's probably a huge magnet, and because none of these UFOs or unidentified objects, whatever you want to call them, have an exhaust system. It's silent. You don't hear nothing.
Right.
And they're all made of metal. Mm-hmm. And what they think it is that these and they're so crazy advanced ahead of us, that it's nothing more than a magnet that shoots them back and forth. And that's a really interesting concept right there. Wouldn't be surprised.
That's interesting.
You know what I mean? So the Bermuda Triangle, and anytime, and where are they saying they're seeing these sites? In the ocean.
Right.
There's the Bermuda Triangle. So I think the Bermuda Triangle might have something to do with like how we, you know what I mean? I could be wrong.
Here's another thing too, with all the iPhones and the smartphones we have now, and people hiking in all these like rural areas now, especially in Big Sky Country.
Right.
And, do you think someone would fucking catch a Bigfoot if there was such a real thing as a Sasquatch?
Yeah.
Do you think it would catch one of these?
Unless, of course, Sasquatch caught them before they got out of the Big Sky Country.
We have drones. Like, people have drone cameras and videos. Like, you think they would fly over these areas and maybe try to catch one of these?
But see, it's funny you bring up drones, because that's what now, in today's day and age, we have to worry, is it a drone or is it a UFO? Or a UAP now, as they're called.
Oh, UAPs.
Because I've seen drones. There's a dude in big cities. He goes out across, like, to London. I think he did one in Beijing. But he has like 5 or 6 groups of people that just throw these giant garbage bags in the air, and it's nothing but drones that come out and they spell things, and they can go around and make it look like fireworks. But
that's
it's like,
fucking cool, man.
Yeah, I was going to
500
say
drones, right?
They use drones now for like 4th of July, like fireworks displays.
You shoot up, they'll shoot a drone right up into the fireworks zone and then just blast all around it.
Have it spell whatever. Yeah,
that's wicked. That's wicked. That's cool.
Incredible.
But I mean, what if some of this stuff going underwater is advanced drone technology from another country?
But
I don't know, man. Something like manipulating gravity like that.
That's what I'm saying.
But if it's advanced, I read a story the other day that scientists have created a new molecule with bismuth. It's a metal, like a liquid type low element metal that they can combine it with other things, and it will actually levitate.
Yeah. So we're gonna get like hoverboards and shit.
Maybe that'd be bitching, so. Dude. That'd be bitching.
We have been promised that shit for a long time.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like Back to the Future hoverboards. Yes. That'd be bitching. Yeah.
Get you some Marty McFlys.
Just call me fucking Marty McFly, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Hoverboards don't work on water.
That's what I'm saying, man. Okay, so guys, it is officially the time of the show.
You are about to enter the Trivia Octagon. This is old 77 Trivia.
Yes! I love it.
Shout out to our boy Louis Mano.
Yeah, Louis.
What's up, Louis? Thank you, brother.
On the VO work.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so it is now the part of the show where we give our first-time guest, Quinn, some trivia.
I don't have pen.
I give you pen. Here's pen for you.
Give pen, thank you.
Here's pen for you. There are 1,000 pens over here.
Are we getting all Eastern European now?
I don't know what.
I thought I was getting Oriental.
Welcome to Old 7-7.
Apparently, I was off.
If you dare.
If you dare.
Okay, so Quinn has agreed to do some music trivia. We tried to pin it down to a certain era or but he just said, motherfuckers, give me some music trivia. I don't give a care where it's from, what time period, whatever.
I don't give care.
How many questions are we going to do tonight, Scotty?
How many are we giving? Let's give 10.
10, okay.
10, okay.
10 questions for the Quinn.
Okay. So, first question. You ready?
Question number 1.
The Beatles had a song on the White Album. I want you to finish the lyric for me. Come on without, come on within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty...
Quinn?
Good job, sir.
That is correct. I have a question.
I was so ready to sing it.
Yeah. What's your question, Maddie?
Okay.
But that's not the Beatles. They don't sing that.
Yeah, it is. That's the Beatles.
That was a song.
Really?
There was a song called The Mighty Quinn, though, too.
Oh, okay.
That was in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
Come meet the mighty Quinn.
Do you know who wrote it, though? Do you know who wrote it?
Was it Bob Dylan?
My man, right on.
Yeah.
All right.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn, bonus points already? Shit.
Damn, okay. Well, bonus there, bitch.
Bing, bing, bing.
Bonus there, bitch.
All right, so Quinn is 1-0.
He is 2 for 1.
He's batting 1,000, right? 2 for 1. He's batting 2,000.
All right, so question number 2.
Okay, and this is actually a multiple choice question.
We're in the deuce, boys.
Odusen.
All right.
Which
Let me get my
classic?
glasses on.
Yes. Which classic rock album is sometimes said to be the soundtrack to The Wizard of Oz? Is it Abbey Road, Houses of Holy, Exile on Main Street, or The Dark Side of the Moon?
Dark Side of the Moon.
That is correct.
So you guys know
He's all right.
I teach guitar, and I have a 15-year-old student. I have a 15-year-old student who is like Dave, 2.0, and I was just explaining to him how, bro, you need to sync up Dark Side of the Moon with Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
How has no one ever made that and started like selling that shit, right?
Because you can get it for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's
right.
the answer.
Yeah, but old hippies would buy that.
Okay, question number 3.
Question number 3. Oui.
It is.
The French. Tutu.
Who was the very first American Idol winner?
Oof. Can I give me a multiple choice?
I mean, I could.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Why the fuck would he know that?
I
Okay.
never watched American Idol. That's why.
Okay, so
So we got
Carrie Underwood,
I think I know who it is.
Carrie Underwood,
Okay.
Scotty
Carrie
McCreery,
Underwood.
Scotty McCreery,
Kelly Clarkson,
Kelly Clarkson,
or
Tobias Boner III.
or Chris Daughtry.
Of course.
Okay,
I'm
what
going
were,
to say
what were
Carrie
the options?
Underwood, and I'm probably wrong, but Carrie
Kelly.
Underwood?
Nope.
Matt
No.
knows it.
Oh, hold on a second. My fucking thing's not up.
Oh man.
All right, what is it, Maddie?
Kelly Clarkson.
Bingo.
Kelly Clarkson.
Good job.
Kelly Clarkson. Did you scream her name when they waxed your back?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. I'll remember that next time.
She's actually putting out like country albums now.
She's still putting stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got a great voice.
So's
Dude. Come
Carrie
on.
Underwood. She's still
Yeah, she
putting
does,
shit out.
yeah.
Carrie gives me wood.
Maddie,
gives
do
me
you?
wood.
She's kind of annoying though.
I don't like
Yeah,
it.
I'm not a fan.
You
You got one? You
I
want me
do.
to-
I actually have one.
Go for
All
it.
right, so
Question number 4.
Number 4. Wee, stinky
Hey,
pinky.
Quinn, this is actual multiple choice, buddy. So
Okay.
here we go. What did Queen vocalist Freddie Mercury attribute his enhanced vocal range to? What did he attribute his enhanced vocal range to? Genetics, extra teeth, lots of practice, or larger lungs?
Or an exceptionally large dong.
Extra teeth, actually.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Good job, brother. I didn't know
Yes.
that one.
He had
Thank
the
Yeah.
super overbite.
Yeah, and he never wanted to get any place because he didn't want to have anything compromised. It's he never had anything done. He said it helped him. He said
Okay, guys. So, I have a mutual person that we all know other than Quinn
Yeah.
who totally reminds me of Freddie Mercury. But we'll talk about that off the air. I just want to let you know.
Okay, great.
So we don't forget.
Okay, Chris.
All right.
All right, so this is Play the Bon Jovi, boys. We're halfway there.
We're halfway there. Careful, Scott.
I'm knocking headphones off.
Scotty's pulling the hardware over. Okay, question number 5.
Okay, sorry about that.
In The Big Lebowski, the dude can't stand which band?
Wait, you went out on me.
In
Can't hear you.
in the movie The Big
Okay.
Lebowski, the dude can't stand which band?
The Eagles.
That is correct.
I just hate the Eagles,
Yes.
man.
Good job,
Yeah.
sir.
The fucking Eagles,
Thank you.
man.
Somehow I knew that Quinn was going to answer that question
You
correctly.
get out of car.
Get out.
Yeah, that's a great scene. Too.
Oh, dude, it's a classic piece of American
I don't
cinema.
roll on
Yeah.
Shabbos, Donnie.
Yes.
Maddie, you got one?
Yes,
Fucking
I
eight,
do.
dude.
What are we on, 6 or 7?
6.
Question number 6.
Question 6.
Mark it 8, dude.
Cinco,
Mark it
cinco,
eight.
cinco, cinco.
Market 0.
Okay, so
It's a league game, Smokey.
this is multiple choice, Quinn.
Okay.
Who once kicked Jimi Hendrix out of his band? Was it Chuck Berry, Jim Morrison, Little Richard, or Mick Jagger?
I know this one.
Oh wow, I never knew that. I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to say, I'm going to say Chuck Berry.
No, can I steal it?
Go ahead.
Little Richard.
Yeah, that's right.
Jimmy played guitar
Really?
for Little Richard before he made it big. Yep.
Wow. Did you know he played with the Isley Brothers for a little bit there?
I did know that.
Yeah.
I did know that. Yeah, man. I'm a huge Jimmy fan. Speaking of Jimmy, I have a Jimmy question here.
There you go.
Lay it on.
Question 7.
Question number 7. Oh. Believe it or not, Jimi Hendrix only had one top 40 hit, and it was actually a cover of somebody else's song. Which song was it?
All Along the Watchtower.
Give them a
There you
point.
go.
Good job.
Right there.
Bonus point if you know
Nice.
who wrote it.
Bob Dylan.
Bingo.
There you
Give that
go.
man a bonus
Man.
point.
Making up for those wrongs. Making up for those wrongs, baby.
Right?
Making the wrongs right.
Thank you.
Good job, sir. Good job.
Make
It's
it all-
because
Thank you.
it's because he's fresh. He's 2 hours in back of us.
Right.
That's
He's
what it
totally-
is.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I've been watching this boy drink. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he's down, baby.
He's killing it.
You're our kind of guy.
Right.
He don't
Cheers.
fuck around.
Hell no.
Cheers, he says.
You
It's
can
my
take
birthday tomorrow. Come on, we
That's
gotta do this
right,
right.
man. You might as well
You
do
can
it
take
right.
the boy out of Philly, but you can't take the Philly out of the boy.
Is it Jameson? Is that a distinctive Philly drink? Just drinking that straight?
It's pretty popular. Like
Yeah.
Big Philly Mike drinks that
Yeah.
stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
All the guys from
Yeah,
Philly
Thompson.
I know drink it.
Like Thompson told me, like I told him that I'm really into like the Kentucky bourbons now. He's like, you're a fucking pussy.
Dude, don't let him do you like that.
I was like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? It's delicious. You
Don't let
sip
him
on
do you.
it.
No, it's good. It's good
Yeah.
stuff. All right, what are we on?
Delicious.
7 or 8?
So we are on
8.
We are on 8.
Question number 8.
I have a
Number
multiple
8.
choice for you, Quinn.
Okay.
Here we go. What English rock band produced 3 legendary guitarists? Was it Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page, and Eric Clapton. So this is one rock band that produced 3 legendary guitarists. Here are the bands.
Yardbirds.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
he
you go.
knows.
You didn't even
He
know that
knows
one.
I knew. He knew that.
They were
one.
giving you a multiple choice of The Clash, Pink Floyd, and Zeppelin. So you would have gotten that one even if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't know
That
it.
was easy, man. That
Yeah,
was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, boys, we're on the penultimate.
Imagine
It is
being
number 9.
imagine being in that band.
Oh no shit, dude.
Golly.
Okay.
Imagine being the Pete Best of that band.
Right.
And you got replaced
Getting
right
kicked
before they got big.
That's true.
All right.
Man, I was
Yeah.
just wanting to bang bitches in my skins.
So I'm gonna go pre-Yardbirds, pre-Beatles for the penultimate question, number 9.
Penultimate.
Okay, so I'm going way pre-Beatles here.
All right, now.
Which classical composer was deaf?
Oh, I know this one.
Oh.
Beethoven.
Give that man a point.
Bang, bang, girl.
Maddie, you got number 10?
I do. I do have that.
All right,
Hit the
number
bathroom.
10.
I'll be right back.
Oh, Dave's got to hit the
I
John.
was gonna hit
Damn.
the John, damn.
Mid trivia,
Uh-oh.
Dave's got to hit the John.
Nature calls.
He can't handle it. He can't handle it.
Hey, man, grab one of those mics. You should take it in the bathroom. No.
I'll get shit now, man. That's all I know.
So we just recently upgraded to a wireless mic setup, so he could go into the bathroom.
Take a piss or a
take
shit,
take
whatever.
a crap. Still be a part of the show.
So do we continue without Dave?
Sure, why not, man?
Okay.
Let's give him the last question. So this is it. Question number 10.
Number 10.
Number
Quinny.
10, numero 10.
This one's it's going to be tough.
So far, he has 7 right,
Okay.
2 wrong,
Okay.
and 2 bonus.
So that's basically makes up for the 2. How do we count bonus points? We just add on to the total?
I'm just going to add it on to the end
Okay.
or subtract it from the end. Well, I don't know, whatever.
Okay, here you
You
go.
know, honestly, the points don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter.
Everyone's a
This
winner.
is like wait, you know? None of the points matter. It's all up to this one. If you get it right, then you win. If you get it wrong, you
I got a
don't.
hunk of chicken love.
Okay.
Okay. Dave, what the?
Yeah! All right, trivia time. Trivia time.
Okay, so number
selfies.
10, the final 10.
It is the final 10. I don't even know.
I don't even know what that means. Here we
I'll
go.
try to tell you guys.
Not too bad.
No, I'm good. How many
Okay.
Do not ever interrupt me again.
You feel like the number 10 trivia.
What's up with this like German
I don't know,
aggressiveness?
it doesn't matter.
you know
It's
what I mean?
fun.
Okay.
It was a pleasure babysitting Kevin.
Okay. What the fuck?
What time did you come home? At 9.
9.
I love hot dogs. We will have some oatmeal.
The Wiener Schnitzel.
I want
piece of
mustard. Yellow mustard. spicy but yellow. I must have sprinkles on my ice cream. If I ever sprinkle out of place, I will murder you.
All right.
That's my kid. That's my kid.
That's my kid too.
7 nights out of the week.
That's totally my kid. I want sprinkles now. All right, guys, we're going to give him a last question?
Our listeners are like, all right, we're dropped.
Last question.
All right, last question.
How many encores did Elvis Presley usually give? It's multiple choice. 2, 3, 1, or 0.
Now, is this concerts or in the Jungle Room?
No, how many encores did Elvis usually get? So it's his concerts. It's saying it's concerts. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I'm going to say 0 because that's where the whole Elvis has left the building.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Instead of the encores, the lights would come up, and an announcer would say, "Elvis has left the building."
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
What a
You know,
dick.
I read. Can I tell you? Speaking of books, I
watched
like
Blue
autobiographies as well. And one of my favorite all-time autobiographies ever was "I Am Ozzy" by Ozzy Osbourne, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of the funniest books, and he talks about how he actually saw Elvis live. Like he was on tour, he was in the States, and there's Elvis. He says, "Well, I might as well go and check him out." So he says he gets to the show, and he's out in the audience, and he's waiting for like 15 minutes. The band's playing, da 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 da,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, after like 10, 15 minutes, Elvis finally comes out on stage, does like 4 songs, walks off stage, and that was it. 4 songs, and he says, as good as it was kind of disappointing because, and that's where that, the announcer came on, Elvis just left the building, and Ozzy was just like, that's it, So,
Yeah, he didn't fuck
that's
around at all.
Elvis was the first one. No, he was, but you know what it was? But by that time, he was not doing so hot in his career,
Well, I was going to say, what time is that? What time frame are we talking? Fat Elvis, Catsuit Elvis,
Like Quaalude Elvis, right?
Quaalude Elvis.
Mid-70s Elvis, when Sabbath was getting really big. And it was probably like, because he died in 77.
Yeah, he did.
And I remember when he died too. It was all over the top. I was like 5 years old at the time, but it was all over the television that he, Elvis was dead. I was like, wow, it's pretty crazy. And if I may just indulge me for a minute. You ever see one of the saddest performances is watching his last show? He looks like he hasn't slept in like a week, and he's tired, and he's bloated, and he can still sing, but it's like he's an autopilot, and that's horrible. Like he lost his soul.
Where was his last show at?
If you want to talk aliens, huh?
Where was his last show at?
Where was
his last show?
That's actually a good question. It's probably Vegas.
Yeah, it has to
probably
be
Vegas.
Yeah.
My mom saw Elvis just like a few months before he died
Really?
in Springfield, Missouri. Yeah.
Well, he got a raw deal though from his manager, man, because like they signed with whatever I don't know all the deep details of it all, but I know he signed a deal with his manager and this company, and he was basically stuck doing like these corny ass records and doing these dumb movies.
The movies.
And he got,
the movies were the worst
He got
part.
so tired and jaded, man, that he just wanted to break off from that. He was just depressed because he was so stuck in the same fucking thing.
He was taking a lot of painkillers, man. Lots of painkillers.
I mean, this dude could have, he definitely could have like, kind of switched it up and maybe changed his style a little bit. Kind of survived like Sinatra did for all those years. You know what I mean? Like, some of the change Frank Sinatra tried to do didn't work. Obviously, when the '70s said he tried to be all like cool old guy.
Yeah.
But it
Cool
didn't work.
Guy disco.
Hey, baby, look at me. I got bell bottoms on. It's Frank.
Frank
Show
was
me your
awesome.
tits.
Give me another scotch on the rocks, Johnny.
I love that
He
guy.
was even stumbling, like in his last couple of years of his life.
Yeah.
He was still touring, and he was forgetting lyrics.
Yeah.
And his management said, "We need to have. He needs some major help because he would. What would happen was that, and I remember reading about this somewhere. He would, they would start a song, and you know how he was always telling a story,
Right.
and his song was going on and on. He's still telling a story 5 minutes later into the song.
Back in 1959.
Yeah, and the band's just like that, and he's just like,
New York.
and then he would start the song, and then he would stop, in the middle of a lyric. So they had Liza Minnelli actually twerking for a little bit there. And that's how like, and you can see like Liza is really trying to support this poor cat, you know, and he's like coming in at the wrong times.
She's got his arm around him and
stumbling over lyrics. Yo, it's hard to watch because
she's like, it's okay, Becky.
He's yeah. So and you read about these stories about these poor guys that get so jaded, and that's why. Again, going on a personal note, that's why I never, like when I was in my 20s, of course, when you're 19, you have big aspirations to be huge. By the time I was like 23, 24, I was like, I'm happy just playing little gigs, doing my drugs. I don't know.
Right. Doing my drugs.
Drugs. And I lived that rock star life without having, to go on the road and shit like that.
Without
partying
being a
in
rock
hotels.
Star, right? I tried doing that too.
Without being a rock star.
It's
all state of mind. It's really
very few people make it down that road.
Right.
But
absolutely, man.
You can still live like a rock star, even if you're not a real rock star.
Oh, absolutely, dude. You can totally live like a rock star.
And I did.
Live.
But you got to slow that shit down.
And I was anxious to
Here's
do some live
Elvis.
appearances, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to get.
I don't need you to tell me to stop drinking.
You ever seen that?
He got mad ass.
Oh,
of course he did.
Never have. It scares them. It's a big place, man.
You've been known in the past as the king of rock and roll. Do you think your style has changed now from the days that you were king, or do you consider that still your style?
Well, I think the overall thing has improved. The overall sound's improved, But I think it's according to the songs.
Yeah, sorry, Elvis.
Yeah, man, that guy was a legend.
It's only kind of
still is.
Have you guys been to Graceland? Any of you
Nope.
fellas?
I've never been to Graceland.
I've been there
Never.
twice.
What's it like?
They pretty much tried to keep it exactly like it was the day that he died.
So like shag carpet everywhere?
Yeah, for sure, dude. I've been in the jungle room.
So you actually get to so you get to like walk around his house and stuff?
Yeah, so the upstairs is blocked off from the public.
You've been in the jungle room? Did you get tetanus?
Sorry, here, yeah.
I don't know, dude. I probably should get tested, actually. No, I've been there twice.
Yeah,
man.
right, yeah.
Yeah, been there twice. You could go out there.
Is it true?
What's that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Man.
Is it true that his name is spelled wrong on his grave?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's his middle name, though, right? Am
Aaron?
I right?
Is Elvis his middle name?
Yeah,
Aaron?
Yeah, his middle name is Aaron, and I can't remember. Did they leave out an extra A on the grave, or do you remember, Quinn?
I think it's an extra A. It's spelled A-R-O-N, but it's actually A-A-R-O-N or something like that.
Yeah. I had forgotten about that, but
that's funny.
You kind of jogged my memory a little bit, and yeah. And his headstone is right by the house too, or at least there's a headstone like by the pool.
Yeah.
At least I don't know if that's like his official headstone.
There's a really good series that Matt and I watched. It's the Tales from Behind the Tour Bus.
Oh,
know,
yeah.
It's
Tales from the Tour Bus.
Tales from the Tour Bus.
Yeah.
It's Mike Judge. So it's all animated.
Yeah.
And there was one where it was Jerry Lee Lewis. The night he got just ripped snorting drunk. And apparently he had an office behind a dental building, and nobody would party with Jerry Lee, so he shot the building up one time, and then the next morning they came in, and like Jerry had shot up like $60,000 worth of false teeth, so they booted him out.
Oh my god!
And that night, I guess Elvis called him all depressed, like, "Oh, I'm so sad," because they used to be on the Chitlin circuit.
Right,
they'd go out and play together and stuff, and so he's like, "Well, you know what, boy? I'll just come up there and I'll hang out with you." So him and his drummer got in the car, and they rolled up, and they wouldn't let him in at the gate, so Jerry Lee backed up and just rolled through the gates, plowed up through the whole yard, the gardens, everything, So the cops were there in no time.
I mean, Elvis was kind of country, though. You think about it.
Right.
His whole kind of persona.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's from the South.
Yeah.
That's one. And his whole,
Dude did a slew of gospel albums, man.
I mean, I would consider gospel as a branch off from country.
Yeah, a lot of it is, for sure. Yeah.
They did the Waylon Jennings one. That was really
Ray
great.
Charles, too.
George Jones.
Ray Charles one.
I saw Jerry Lee Lewis in Memphis.
Killer.
And He was grumpy as fuck, dude.
There was a really good banter on that Jerry Lee one. They pulled up at a four-way in Memphis, and apparently coming out of Sun Records was Liberace. And you know how Libby was. He was totally dressed to the nines.
Right.
He was very flamboyantly gay.
Yeah.
And they said that Jerry Lee just like grabbed a hold of the shifter and started revving up the engine. So, what you doing there, killer? I think I'm gonna kill this piano player, he said. Well, go on ahead then. Go ahead and kill him.
Oh my god.
So I said he's just revving it up. And he's like, no, I think I'm gonna let him live, that sumbitch. You know, and he'd just give him some shit, and then off he went. And the animation they had, Livy's just waving at him as he's jaywalking, signing kids' casts and shit.
You guys ever see the Jerry Lee Lewis movie with Gary Busey?
Oh yeah.
No, but I saw it with
and Winona Ryder. She's in that movie.
No,
too.
it's
no, that's Randy Quaid, I think.
Yeah, it's Randy Quaid, not Gary Busey.
Gary Busey plays.
Gary Busey plays.
Oh, he played Buddy Holly.
Buddy
That's
Holly.
right, Buddy Holly. My bad. Sorry, I got my wires crossed. Yeah.
But Buddy Holly and all those guys, they were part of that same circuit, like the Elvis.
Right. Yep.
Elvis, Johnny Cash,
Jerry Lee.
Yeah, man, they all toured. They all
Could you
toured
imagine
together.
being in a room with those guys, like in the green room, and they're all just fucking drinking and doing drugs and shit? Like,
yeah, but I think
that's a legendary time, right?
I think it'd be different though. They wouldn't be doing all the drugs yet. They'd be out back like lighting off firecrackers and shit.
But they were definitely drinking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're talking about some of the biggest alcoholics in.
Drugs hadn't made an impact yet, though. Not yet.
I would think like at least cannabis was there.
That's
sneaking in there.
I don't know, man.
I don't know for the white kids.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, let's talk. Well, let's talk rock movies. Like, did you ever see the Dewey Cox story?
Oh my god,
the Dewey Cox story.
You don't want no part of this,
Dude,
Quinn.
that is one of my all-time favorite movies.
The Dewey Cox story.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yes.
I also like The Doors.
I love that movie.
That movie is great.
Yeah.
With Val Kilmer.
Top shelf.
Oliver Stone directed that.
Dude, I worked in country radio
Yes,
at
he
the
did.
time when that movie came out, and I so badly wanted to put Guilty as Charged on our classic radio station. It would have went over just fine. Good morning, Your Honor. May I approach the bench?
Did you guys ever see Rockstar with fucking Mark Wahlberg?
Donnie, yeah.
I don't think so, no.
Marky Mark?
Yeah.
Dude, it was the fucking worst movie ever. I think Jennifer Aniston was in it.
It is so bad.
And so this band lost their like lead singer, and he was like their biggest fan, and he could cover like all their songs. So he like takes the place, he tries out for the band, he makes it, and then he gets like this huge ego about himself. And the band were like, "Who the fuck are you, dude? You're just a fill-in." It was the premise was real dumb.
With Marky Mark.
He's like, "Yo, what are you guys doing? We're going to Boston tonight."
Because Marky Mark always has to play some guy from
your
Boston.
Cousin from Boston.
I love those ads. Your
Here's a
cousin.
Sam Adams.
Right. It's a wicked ale. Yeah, but what do you call it?
How do you like those apples? Huh? Hey,
So
Matt
did the Valley
Damon.
guy for a minute.
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Gentlemen, what do you say we take a break?
I was just going to point that out. I
Hit
need
the-
a refill.
hit the cool down section.
And I'm
need
going to
to
hit the
pee.
John here in a minute, man.
You've been holding it for a long time over there, bro.
I need to
I'm
pee
proud of you.
myself.
Right on, brother.
All right,
Well,
y'all.
So, big ups to our friends at the Jeff City Paranormal
That is
Society.
correct.
That's right.
Also, a huge thank you to Hickman's Automotive.
That's right. Our friends at 60 Spirit.
Yeah, Hickman's Automotive getting it done at 10208.
That's right. And West Main Pizza?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, West Main Pizza.
Yes.
And also-
It's like you're looking at it, man.
Almost.
Yeah, it is.
What's next?
And Last Flight Brewing Company.
And Last Flight.
So
Oh
congratulations.
man, enjoying the Space Force Pale Ale, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
God, it's good.
Come see me. Come see me July 21st. I'll be there.
Absolutely, dude.
Space Force.
And probably these two fuckers will be there too.
Cheering on Dave.
That's
Guaranteed.
right. All right, y'all. We'll see you on the flip side.
Flippity flip.
Peace out, bitches.
Your memories. Pregnancy, kids growing up, family, senior year of high school, getting engaged. You want to keep those moments forever. But the problem with most photographers is they decide which moments you keep. They'll sell you a single picture or a big all-inclusive package that might include photos, you don't want at a cost that's outside of your budget. That's why I don't. You decide. A single photo, a single hour, you choose. You get all your edited photos, everything, at Andrew Marie Photography. You get quality photos at prices you can afford. After all, they're your memories. Find us on Facebook, Andrew Marie Photography and Custom Design.
It is time for cool down on old 77.
Now you have to read all the words. It is time for the cool down on the 77. Old 77.
You want me to say the cool down, right?
Well, yes.
The 77.
Right. Well, the old 77.
I try it again. It is time for the cool down on the old 77.
That's right, bitches.
Hola.
Hola, Louie.
We back. Shout out to our homie Louis Mano on the voiceover work.
All the way from Vermont.
Yeah, man.
Hall
Vermont
of Famer.
Vermont Broadcasting Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Broadcasting Hall of
He's
Famer.
not just any broadcaster. He's in the
Vermont.
fucking Hall of Fame, man.
Burlington, Vermont.
Is
where
that
the maple flows like the pine.
Is that where they keep the coat factory too?
Like the Champlain Lake.
Right.
Is the coat factory in Burlington?
No.
No.
That
okay.
is a
They
corporate
probably-
chain of
They
coats
probably
and
have
clothing.
a corporate office somewhere there.
I'm sure there are a lot of Burlingtons too, though. I think there's probably
Delaware?
more than one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So here we are, gentlemen. It's been a
Cool
fun episode.
down with the old 77.
Matt's already getting button happy over there.
It's time for the cool down on the old 77.
Sorry.
Pip, pip,
okay,
cheerio.
buddy.
We just got like new stuff tonight.
It's
and,
okay.
Yeah, I set him up some new button
I need to play with it.
configurations.
You give Maddie some buttons, he's gonna take advantage
Well,
of
I'm
those
gonna.
buttons.
I want to try.
That's
and,
my button.
I want to try and get it a little better too.
How could it be any better
I wonder
than it
if
is
I
now?
could do buttons within, or like a folder with inside of a folder
Maybe.
inside of a folder,
To save room, yeah.
and then just have all sorts of nested stuff up in there.
Well, shout outs to some of the podcasts who just liked our stuff that we just put it up on social media.
Like just recently.
Shout 'em
just,
out, dude.
Happy Hour with the Hamilton Brothers
Oh,
podcast.
Hamiltons.
Boys, what's going on? We got
going
the
on?
Paranormal Sun, our boy JT.
Oh man!
Shout out.
Shout!
We also have Rios Talks, or Art Rios. Is that his name?
I think it's Art Rios Talks.
Yeah, he's a lawyer apparently.
Really?
So if we ever need some help
Actually,
out there,
I
Art,
was
we might need
I
you.
was thinking about something on that line too. We'll talk about it later.
Also, the Good, the Pod, the Ugly podcast. I love that name.
That's a great name.
And also the Crazy Talk Boys. That's their podcast.
What's up, the Crazy Talk
Boys?
Boys?
And my wife.
And the wifey.
all right.
Sarah Francis, thank you.
Yeah, I
for
saw Crazy Talk Boys liked a bunch of our stuff.
liking my stuff
today, which is great, man. We appreciate that. Thank you, fellas.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Travis Adcock out there.
Oh, that's my boy Travis.
Huh.
All the way from Alabama.
Thanks for listening, dog.
Thank you, brother. All right, fellas. So here we are. We have reached the final segment of episode
Yes.
57.
This was a really good show tonight.
It was great. It still is great.
It
I
still
loved
is
it.
a good
Quinn,
show, yeah.
Quinn did a great job.
Oh man,
He sure did.
And you can just tell he's really happy, man.
Seems like a really genuine dude.
right? He was showing us around afterwards. Like, check this out. Check this out.
I mean, it's a pleasure just to be friends with that guy.
You know, the only piece of technology that we have yet to crack for us musicians is that if I want to jam with Quinn in Santa Barbara and I'm here in Jeff City,
You could.
but you can't because of the delay
Oh, that's true.
between
Yeah,
now and
yeah,
then. And until humans figure out a way to fix
That's
that
true.
delay
Like
across
real time.
distances, we're really truly not in the future until that happens.
Like
Oh,
fucking,
that'll happen soon. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
But I mean, the theory is that a signal cannot travel faster than the speed of light, right? So I don't know if we will crack that one
That's true.
anytime
That's true.
soon.
it's a good point, Dave.
I think yes and no. I think we'll eventually get to a point where we will be able to make our own like molecules and make our own minerals and shit to where we can achieve things like that.
Have you heard of quantum entanglement? Do you know what quantum entanglement is? So that's like when two items in a completely separate part of the universe react to one another across vast distances.
And they shouldn't.
Right, according to...
And this is how you explain it.
So hopefully we'll get some quantum entanglement involved.
It could be something like that. You never know, really.
I don't know,
I think eventually, though, we will get to a point where we will have that.
And we really won't even have to travel vast distances in order to communicate with one another. I mean, we're basically already there.
We're kind of there now.
We're pretty much already there.
Yeah.
I remember watching Inspector Gadget as a kid because that was like my shit back in the day.
Yeah.
And you know how Gadget and Penny, they had the watches where they could talk to each other in video.
You could see each other.
And they could see each other, which is exactly what FaceTime is now.
Right.
And I remember when I was a kid looking
Apple
at that.
Watch.
Yeah, I remember as a kid I was looking at that and like, that would be so cool, man, if that ever actually really happened.
See, I did the same thing, but with Dick Tracy.
Which aspect of Dick Tracy?
So Dick Tracy had the radio, like, wristwatch communicator.
Right.
Like,
he had all kinds of shit.
Coming in, Tracy, come in.
Not to mention Maxwell Smart.
Yeah.
That guy had all
the
kinds
shoe
of
phone.
devices. Yeah, the shoe phone.
Yeah, he'd pull his shoe off.
That's right.
Hey, Chief.
Come from a long line
Chief,
of...
How you doing now, see?
That was a great show. I used to watch that on Nick at Night as a kid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get smart.
Mm-hmm. And like Dragnet.
Who was the chick on that? Because she was hot.
It's a good question, man.
She
I'll have
was
to Google that.
Smoking hot.
Yeah. Have you guys watched the Steve Carell version of Get Smart?
It was all right.
Yeah, it's not that good, man.
No. Well, that's like the what's his name, Steve Martin version of the Pink Panther.
Right.
It's all right.
Yeah. Incidentally, the Pink Panther is like one of my favorite theme songs of all time. It's a great song.
It's Henry Mancini, right?
You're probably right. I don't know that for sure, man. I don't know that for sure. I'm trying to figure out what the girl's name is. Is it? Oh no, these are the directors. Sorry, I don't know. Barbara Feldon.
Yeah,
that's it, right?
Yeah, she was smoking hot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you guys hear about the condo that basically collapsed in Florida?
I had heard that.
There's actually footage of.
Is this the one that got sucked in by the sinkhole?
No, this is totally different.
So this is one that was was it abandoned or did they decommission it? Or
No,
something?
there were people living inside of it.
Oh no, this one I hadn't heard of.
They're still discovering bodies.
Oh.
But they were I think there were like 10 dead, or something.
So what happened?
The last time I heard,
it just collapsed.
and there are a bunch of like injured people.
I saw a headline. I didn't read it, but I saw a headline that said that this building had been sinking for a while now.
So they had some kind of
And they had
forewarning?
they had tried.
Oh,
to
I'm
tell
sorry. Excuse me. They only had one death so far, and at least 51 other people are unaccounted for.
Damn,
dude.
Yeah.
When you think about like the most horrible way to go, that would be near the top of the list. Would be like being trapped under rubble.
Here's another thing.
Right?
It happened. It happened while everyone was asleep.
Oh, even worse.
It says more than 80 rescue teams reportedly responded to the scene at Champlain Towers South early Thursday morning in hopes of rescuing any potential victims.
God, man.
That's rough, man.
Yeah, that would suck to be stuck, between, rubble and nobody can get to you. That would be, whew.
One kid said it sounded like an earthquake. This is a neighboring person. And
So, we don't know what caused the building to collapse?
It doesn't really say it right now. I guess they're kind of trying to get to the bottom of it as they're digging, But yeah, it happened in Surfside, Florida. So it was it was actually partially collapsed.
I was going to say the whole thing.
This place is high. Let me find the video real quick on YouTube.
Right.
But it was pretty
man.
bad though.
God, could you imagine that?
Like being in the middle of that?
Oh, not that.
Oh, that's our homeboy.
That's Paul Lind.
Paul Lind. I was talking to one of my students about him yesterday.
Love me some Paul Lind.
Oh, okay. So I just went to CNN, and that's the main headline is the condo.
I was gonna say I'm on my Flipboard app.
So this is like some pretty new news, then, huh?
Yes.
13 hours ago.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about it until just now.
I've got the actual footage on surveillance video. Ooh-wee.
I think there it is. I think this is it right here.
Turn that down.
Surveillance. Where is? Oh, is this it?
Man. Almost looks like it reminds me of the.
Here it is.
The footage almost looks like Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Hold on a second. It's somewhere in here.
I was saying,
here it is. I think it's right here. Hold up, I saw it.
Oh my God!
Look at that, dude.
Jeez, man.
And look at the other one. It's swaying, and it's gonna go.
Oh no! Holy shit!
I just can't believe there's only one person that was killed by this.
Yes, but there's what'd you say? 60 people missing?
Yeah, there's probably
unaccounted.
Yeah, 50, yeah, 50
it's going to be a
people.
lot more by the time they get done.
And people are actually on like vacation down there.
Fucking hell!
Could you imagine you like rent one of these shitholes out?
Right.
And
then it
fucking
just
falls
collapses.
apart?
I mean, how bad does that? What state of disrepair does a building have to be in to where it literally would collapse like that? That literally looks like when in Las Vegas, whenever they implode old casinos. Like that's exactly what that looked like.
Yeah,
man.
it was very similar
the center
to that.
went in.
I'm sure the conspiracy theorists are having
I'm sure,
a great time
But
with
you
that
know,
one.
in Florida though, we've heard over the years
But it's
where
Florida.
like where houses or like a business was just like built,
sucked in by a
built
sinkhole?
on top of this sinkhole.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And it's a reoccurring process every year. Or every few years you hear something about something sinking in Florida.
I'm amazed we don't have more sinkholes here in Jeff City, to be honest.
Right.
Because we're right along the river.
Right.
You know, sinkholes happen because you have, basically what is it? Limestone, a big limestone cavity.
Mm-hmm.
And then the limestone just breaks away and it falls. And then you have this big opening and then boom.
That would suck.
Yeah.
That would suck too to get sucked into a
Oh my
sinkhole.
God, what a way to go. I mean,
I just hope
that's
it would be
horrible.
quick, man. I
You
want
could
it
just
to
be
be
sitting
quick.
in your living room jerking off, watching something on the Skinamax, right? And then bam, you're 60 feet below you.
Yeah, I think like when if you're part
You're
of
going and coming at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if I'm going to go that way, I want to be jerking off.
If you're part of something like that,
Do you finish before you hit the bottom?
I think
I'm
it's a
gonna
long
try like hell.
I think it's a long suffering death because you fell with everything else, but you're not
Right.
dead yet.
I don't know. Would that kill you automatically? Like if you fell that much, 60 feet?
Hopefully the fall would
Maybe.
kill you.
You'd like to think.
Because otherwise you're stuck in there. And,
Right, because you ain't moving.
And you got to wait for something. You got to wait.
I mean, there's always something going on in Florida. Another story in Florida was a man arrested for attempting to barbecue child molesters.
You know, I think he'll do well in prison.
I'm going to kill you, child molester, screamed Jorge Porto Sierra as he poured gasoline on the door of the Friendly Village Inn. And
wasn't too friendly.
Yeah, not so friendly.
It's in Florida. I don't want to give out any.
No,
counties
don't give
or
out
anything
any.
like
So
that.
he knew. So like somebody in the building he suspected was a child molester. Is that what was
Yeah,
going
I
on?
mean, I guess like it was like a common place for people to meet there or something, and he found out about it, and he just basically went like vigilante on these fuckers.
Lost
But he got
his shit, huh?
He got arrested though for killing all these guys.
Interesting.
Have you guys been following the whole Britney Spears thing this week?
Dude, I heard about that today.
What's going on with that?
So Britney Spears is 39 years old.
Right.
10 years ago when she had her whole fucking mental breakdown, 13 years ago, whatever it is, she cut her hair and went all fucking crazy.
Right.
Her dad petitioned to have like basic custody of her.
What?
And won because they
Oh my God.
basically said they worried for her health.
At 29 years old?
Yeah.
Well, now she's almost 40 and she wants to have another kid before it's too late. She can't because she's got an implant that keeps her from having kids. She any kind of medications that they prescribe, she automatically has to take it. She basically has zero say in life.
So she has a court-ordered conservatorship. So her dad is, in charge of her legal affairs and
Of
whatnot.
her life.
So this has been going on for 13 years, and it's her father, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's trying to break free of this conservative.
I'm not a big Britney fan, but damn, poor Britney.
Yeah, right.
Right? She can't even take a fart without okaying it with Daddy.
Yeah, that would
basically.
suck.
And that's what she's trying to get out of right now.
And I mean, maybe I understand that may have been appropriate 13 years ago when she was going through all of
her
that
stuff, right?
But
now,
assuming that she is in better shape now, I feel like they should.
like one of the things they said today was that she wanted to end her Vegas run because she was burnt out.
Right.
And
it's Britney, bitch. And I am back in the form of a new company, the
Yes.
Michael Scott Paper Company.
Very nice.
But yeah, she couldn't end it. She had to. They renewed the contract, and she did another like 6 weeks or something at Vegas after she told him, "I don't want to do it anymore."
Man, that's crazy,
right?
It's weird. It's just very weird.
So at that point, she's got to be phoning it in. We're lip syncing.
Yeah.
We're, whatever. We ain't singing that anymore.
She was already up on the lip syncing beforehand.
All that dancing, you got to.
You have to, right?
Because
you're going to be out of breath.
That's a fair
and
point.
Brittany's smoking now.
That's a fair point.
She's been smoking cigs for a while.
I was just gonna say Britney can't sing, but that's a fair point.
Has she popped out a couple?
I think she's had 2.
Is it 2?
One or 2.
I don't know.
Out of that Kevin Federline.
Ask me about the Kardashians.
She's still with that guy?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No, but he's the daddy. He's baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely banked off that divorce.
Oh my God! Right?
For sure.
The whole time he's like, cha-ching.
What a gold digger, man.
What a male gold digger, right?
Well, I mean, it's totally the Chappelle Show when he was talking about banging Oprah. Dave, it's Oprah. I'm late, and he's like, "Fucking yeah!" He's just hearing dollars.
Ching. Yeah,
Kevin
man.
Federline. He was like famous for like a
Hot
year.
shit second, yeah.
He had an album, right? Didn't he? Wasn't he a?
Was he like a hip hop artist?
Trying.
Tried to be.
Now he's country.
I don't know.
Is he?
You guys got any new artists? Any modern artists that you are excited about listening to these days?
Excited about?
Mm-hmm. Any modern artists that you're into right
Nothing
now?
super exciting.
Little Yanni.
Yanni, that's not that modern though, bro.
I'm really
Yanni's
digging
been
Little
around.
Nutsack right now.
Is that I would believe that if that was a real thing.
Yanni's latest album.
That's from Little Nutsack's from Dewey Cox.
Is Yanni?
Oh, okay.
Is Yanni dead?
No, he's not dead.
No,
He's just dead to us.
You know who I want? I'm really into Zamfir lately.
Okay, so here's a group that I'm really into right now. You guys know the Black Pumas?
No.
You know the song Colors?
Maybe.
Hold on, I'll show you the
No, I was gonna say don't play it.
Why not?
Well, I mean, it might get cut from YouTube.
Oh, well, I don't want to get us cut off.
I'd hate to get the audio cut.
Well, so Black Pumas is a group. They're coming to Columbia. I've got tickets to go see them.
I was gonna say they're coming locally, aren't they?
So their really popular song is called Colors. But this is a band, and there's a lot of bands like this these days. Like, if you listen to this song, you would literally, like, if I told you that this was a song that came out in 1972, you would believe me. And, oh, my God, they're so good, dude. I mean, especially that particular song, Colors, it's a great song.
That's cool.
Yeah, very soulful. The lead singer's a black guy, very soulful, old school vibe.
That's nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, I like those guys a lot. Yeah.
Speaking of headlines, have anybody been following the whole Rudy Giuliani thing?
No, I haven't.
He's recently been disbarred.
Oh, no, I hadn't seen that.
Disbarred?
Yeah, Rudy was suspended from practice of law in New York State.
Man. No, I have.
I love all the pictures that I'm scrolling through my thing, and they're all Rudy at that press conference where his like hair gel's dripping.
Oh, that was great.
Right?
You remember
They always got to pick the worst fucking possible picture.
And I think they do that on purpose.
What was the name of the lawn garden?
Oh, it was the whatever convention center, some big convention
It had the
center.
same name as like a very fancy
hotel. They thought they had some big hotel, but they really booked a lawn and garden center.
Yeah.
And so Rudy just was like, all right, we're doing it there
Fuck
anyway.
it, we're doing it. And he did a press conference in front of this local lawn care center. It was like Four Seasons.
The Four Seasons.
It was
That's what
called
it was.
Four Seasons.
Four Seasons Lawn Care.
That's fucking hilarious.
And he went ahead and did the press conference anyway. And then, I guess afterwards, people were still booking the Four Seasons.
Hey, but you know what? At least that fucking guy stuck to it.
Right?
You know, he's like, I'm not going to screw these people out of a bunch of money. I'm just going to because that really does help that local business.
Well,
in a way.
That's an op. That's an unfortunate, and we can turn it into an op.
Yeah,
you know?
No doubt. You can look at it from both ways. You know what I mean?
It was brilliant. No, I'm pretty sure that
I'm probably sure that was an accident.
They did a lot of business at that lawn and garden place afterwards.
I bet they did.
I'm sure
I
they
bet
did.
Business has been booming.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I bet all of Rudy's lawn and garden care needs were held.
For sure.
Thank you, Rudy.
By the Four Seasons.
Yeah, man.
Rudiker,
that guy, man.
So his son,
that poor bastard, he rose so high at 9/11, and then just like and now
he should have retired after that.
He should. His son's actually in politics too now.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he Rudy Jr. or?
He's in the state of New York. I mean, I know he's like he was thinking about running for governor and shit.
Wow.
That's what
Everybody's running for governor.
I was gonna say
the governor.
Now.
Yeah, there's
the governor.
The mayoral.
I'm married to Dave.
The mayoral race in New York City is going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, honey, can I get a sandwich?
No sandwich for you. Get in the chopper.
Hey, hon, what time's the movie tonight?
It's a 9.
Oh, hey, Maddie, did you see what I posted today?
Oh my God.
Hon, I got class tonight till about 8. What should I pick you up something to eat?
Of course, I love you.
Maddie, did you see
Dave, do you not understand what we're doing?
It's the Intimidator.
It's the Intimidator.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'm just playing, man.
No, it's okay.
We're gonna have like pre-produced segments of this.
I'm keep waiting for them.
So I just want to spring it on you, man. I found this.
Don't let me forget to ask you what I was going to ask you.
It's so fucking awesome. I found this Pocket Arnold Schwarzenegger app. I swear to God,
that's a thing.
It is. It's a Pocket Arnold, right? And you could just do random audio.
Like, you can just type anything in and it says it.
No,
or it will just spit out random shit.
Yeah, so it's got, you can do random, or it's got like you can do samples. Okay,
so it's like a soundboard app?
So yeah, it's like a soundboard app, man. There it goes. Here we go. Let me turn it up.
Can you help me? I'll be back.
Nice.
Here we go.
Have a good time.
Have a good time.
Have a good time.
I like it.
Right.
That's got to be from...
I used to have an app like that for Kanye West that had all kinds of Kanye West things that he had said.
I'm sure you did, Dave.
He said some funny shit over the years. I don't know if you guys know that.
No, I don't
some
believe
crazy
that
shit.
Okay, so hey, Maddie, did you see what happened to Max Scherzer the other night?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God.
Did you see that?
I've heard about that.
Even Scotty's heard about that.
This is all to blame on Rob Ranford.
Oh, the
Manfred.
commissioner.
Manfred, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So he
Everybody got enough here. I keep pulling it.
It's stupid how they're trying to control this shit.
Yeah, you know,
They're like strip searching these guys.
So
on the mound.
So for people that don't know what we're talking
What's
about,
going on in baseball?
Max Scherzer, he's a very well-known pitcher in the major leagues. So the MLB just instituted this new rule now where umpires can just randomly check pitchers to make sure they don't have foreign substances on their
body,
on the cap of their hat.
But also the opposing team,
the opposing coach can ask to have it done,
that is
and that's what happened that night.
That is bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
Joe
bullshit.
Girardi.
Girardi
He was
Phillies,
the opposing coach. So for those of you that have not seen it, go on YouTube and watch this video of Max Scherzer.
Oh, it's insane.
By the third time that they came out there, he literally started to take his belt off and pull his pants down.
Right.
And you could read his lips. You could literally read his lips. He was sitting there going, I got nothing.
Right, and his pants are like
that even
unzipped and shit.
That
the
even
umpire starts
in
rubbing.
College too. Didn't Mississippi State have that same problem here coming up not too long ago?
I'm not sure.
They had a player that they had some
pine tar and shit.
Yeah, the other. I guess he kept rubbing his hat.
Yeah,
he'd like hit his hat and then throw it, and hit his hat and throw it.
Dude,
and they called him out and was like, "Hey, this guy's doing something," and it wasn't.
Dude, I see major league pitchers rubbing their hat all the time.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not just the pros. I mean, it's kind of a thing now.
Dude, that's
apparently.
been a thing in baseball since the beginning of baseball. Everybody
The
tries
spitball.
to find
The
an
spitball,
edge.
right?
Yeah, the spitball.
I don't even know why they're trying to like crack down on this. It's dumb. It's dumb. Like,
At least they're not shooting steroids.
Look, if the guy said
I don't care if they shoot steroids. Honestly, I don't give a fuck.
If the guy says he didn't do it, then fucking believe him.
I mean, I don't know.
But how do you go about proving it though? That's just the thing.
That's the thing. Show me your penis, and if you got something on your penis, let me know.
An incriminating mole.
After every pitch, he rubs his dick.
It's fucking ball hair.
Let me see your dick, son. What do you got on there?
Is this cock splitter here.
Is this your pubic hair on the baseball?
Oh my God.
Are you,
Left and curly? No.
Are you wiping the ball down with your pre-cum or what?
Oh God. It's the slick ball.
The ump's like,
Slick
the
ball.
ump thinks he has a pube in his mouth and shit.
Well, especially in this era where they are trying to speed, they're trying to speed the game up. That is not going to speed the game up.
And that's
they're slowing it down by doing that.
Of course, yeah.
Why speed it up now?
Because
people complain that baseball takes too long.
Baseball does take too long, but that's its charm.
That's why it's a pastime.
Right,
yeah, I agree.
I
don't give a fuck about how long it takes.
I don't care either.
Yeah.
They added some things to baseball last year because it was a COVID year.
Well,
that they need to adjust and take out.
Yeah, that I
because
get.
they're not killing the sport, they're just hurting it.
Yeah.
You're killing the whole momentum of a game.
Yeah.
Like you're going to call out a guy when he's in a rhythm.
How do you feel about
you're totally killing his rhythm?
How do you feel about the new extra inning rule where a runner automatically starts on second base?
Now that was one of those things for COVID because they were trying to do like all these games in such a short period of time.
Do you know this rule, Scott?
Yeah, I'm aware of this rule.
But it's dumb. It's like as soon as like the 10th inning starts, you have a runner on second.
Right.
Now, if you're going to put an extra runner on the bags with no one out, start them at first.
Yeah, that seems more fair to me.
Second, all you need is a base hit.
That's
and
what
in.
I'm saying. Put him on first, so like maybe a double scores him, but not a fucking single. That shouldn't score him.
If I was a pitcher, I would be pissed.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm sure all the pitchers are pissed.
Especially now.
Like what I would do as a manager right now, I would just. So if you get that guy on second, I would walk the next guy. So then you have a chance of a double play.
Of a double play, right?
So work it like
that.
If you got a good pitcher in there that throws ground balls, fucking
walk him, go for the DP.
But the whole thing is, they should start with a clean base, clean slate, and just let them play the game.
Well, I mean, I understand the whole rule last year, but not now.
Right.
Not now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just silly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's dumb.
I don't know, man. I mean,
stop adding shit. That doesn't make any sense.
You guys know I'm a baseball guy, but I'm afraid for the future of the sport.
Well, you know what? All sports, really. If you look at it across the board,
I think football has a better chance of diminishing than baseball does.
I think they're all declining.
Head injuries.
Yeah.
Well, I also think
less people playing football because their parents won't let them when they're little kids.
Well, and less people watching football.
I don't want my kids to play football,
right?
not knowing what I know now about football.
Do you watch football with your kids at home?
No, never have.
Yeah, see, I don't either with mine.
Yeah, never have. I've watched a little bit of baseball with them, but other than that,
we don't watch sports in our house. My kids don't like it.
Yeah,
none of it.
My kids don't give a shit about baseball when I put the Cardinals game on. But they are playing t-ball. They play t-ball now, so like we practice ground balls and we play.
Now, if you had we'll say like one of your boys was really gifted at being athletic, and he had a really sure shot of being the best at every level he played, and he had a shot at playing football or baseball, what would you suggest to your son to play?
It's a great question, man.
I would say baseball.
You'd have You'd have a longer career.
If you're guaranteed a major league career,
right? You'd have a longer career.
No, I agree.
And the contracts are all guaranteed in baseball.
So what I thought you were going to ask me,
that's a good. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're all guaranteed.
So I 100% agree with you. I would definitely say baseball. What I thought you were going to ask me is just if your kid had a guaranteed shot to play in the NFL, would you let him?
Yeah.
That's a much tougher question for me. I mean, obviously, if he's to the point where he's playing college ball, he's obviously a grown man and he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Right.
But, yeah, man, I mean, there's all of the evidence that we have. Like, literally every former NFL player that has donated their brain to science after they've died, they have found CTE with all of them.
Everything, dude. Everyone.
Well, there's even kids that they found it in, right?
Yeah, college players. Yeah, even high school players.
I was going to say even younger than that, high school players.
And they're going to have like problems for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like head injuries are so weird. Like in some people some people get like really aggressive. Like I really think that might be what was going on with dude from the Patriots.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name?
Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez. Yeah.
Did you watch that documentary?
I did. Yeah, and they studied his brain. He had CTE.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it could have been
that dude was fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, I mean, like he killed people.
Yeah.
He killed people, and like he killed people and then went and played football.
Yeah.
Like he got away with one of those murders for a while.
He did. Yeah.
Imagine that.
And then I think he was also like closeted gay too. I think, right? I think
that's what they said. Yeah, he was like a bisexual.
Yeah, and so I'm sure that was probably weighing on him.
I'm sure they're gonna say anything.
Being in the
point,
NFL,
right?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
In your face, bitch. In your face.
Skeet.
Oh, jeez. All right, gentlemen, I have to go pee again.
Well,
Should
are we gonna call it an evening, boys?
I think we should. It's a
All
good
right,
spot
let's
to
do
end
that.
it.
Let's do
So,
that.
big thanks to our friends, the Jeff City Paranormal Society.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
Thanks,
Our
guys. I appreciate
Patreon
it.
subscribers.
Our Patreon subscribers.
Can't wait to have you guys back on the show. Let us know what's going on so we can let our listeners know as far as what investigations you guys have going on.
Can't
Absolutely,
wait.
man.
All of that stuff.
That'll
Let
be a
us
good
know,
one.
man. We'll give you guys a shout out. Always happy to do that.
You can get yourself access to early episodes and a bunch of bonus content and a whole lot at patreon.com/the old 77 podcast.
Also, shout outs to Last Flight Brewing Company. They're on Heisinger Road here in Jeff City.
Yo.
Great beer. Number
Drinking
one
it
in the
tonight.
state, baby. Number one in the state.
That's right. They're winning awards.
You're drinking the Space Force brew,
They're drinking
right, Scotty?
the Space Force Pale Ale tonight.
Sweet.
It's pretty tasty, not going to lie.
Delicious.
Also, if you have any ideas for the show or if you think you know somebody that we should have on the show, give us a
Absolutely.
call on the
That's
listener
right.
line.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
573-246-0779. Leave us a message. Let us know what's on your mind.
Any kind of message.
Yeah, we don't give
Even
a
if you
fuck.
just want to scream really loud on the message.
If
that's
it's
fine.
funny enough, we'll put you on the air. I'll say that.
More than likely, yeah.
Anything else, gentlemen? What else do we got? Anything?
What do we got coming up? Do we have any future guests on the way?
We got a couple booked, but I want to wait till later to announce those.
Yeah.
Let's
Just
do
cause.
that.
Just cause.
Well,
But we got a lot of
everyone have
good shit coming down
Everyone
the
have a
pipe.
great weekend. It's the
Absolutely.
summertime. Get out there and enjoy the weather.
Do your
right.
thing.
Hey.
We'll see y'all next week.
Peace out, y'all. Episode 58 in the books.
Bitches.
57.
58.
58.
That's what I said, Scott.
Oh, Dave's off one. Oh, Dave's off one. He always busses my balls about this shit.
See you next week, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Son of a bitch, you.
That was a great outro.